to you from out and about. It's really about Orange County citizens who got together and asked, did anybody else out there have any ideas for how we can get some extra protections for our water? Because what we have in place now isn't working. It doesn't take a paddle down a river to see that. You can flip through any newspaper on any given day and see what's going on in cancer clusters and places that you've been told, don't get in the water, don't let your kids get in the water. I don't want my children to grow up in that environment, and I appreciate that you all have taken on this very difficult task and wrestled with this issue, and especially the members of the subcommittee who have parsed every word, who have sat through hours and hours of research and brought in experts and taken things by council and then reworked and thank council for looking at them again and reworking them. That was endless work, and I think that for it to come this far and knowing what all went into it, it is very important at this point to approve it and let the voters have the final say. The great thing about being part of the Charter Review Commission is that ultimately you're not a lawmaker. What you are is you are an investigator, you're a researcher, you're coalescing and discussing so that you can pass that along, and then the citizens of Orange County get to make the decision. And don't make any mistake about it. There are entities on both sides that if this goes onto the ballot, that will campaign those sides. And we will hear from people who feel like there may be an issue in commerce. And we will hear from people in the natural, in the environmental community. But that's for that campaigning up until November. You all have done a great job, and now that job is to move this on. I also want to say really quickly, I always get a little bit frustrated when I hear about the tension with commerce because we're in Florida. Our commerce is our environment. Who's going to bring their kids on vacation to a place where they're not allowed to swim on the beach? They can't get out of their boat and put their toes in the water. Who's going to bring their wonderful industry here if they can't live somewhere that they can't add a filter? Commerce isn't in conflict with environment. We can't have one without the other. And I believe that those problems can be solved. But we have to do it in a democratic way, and that's why I appreciate your efforts moving this forward today.